everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Tip Balls Podcast. Today is, what's the date today, Bruce? Tuesday, January 6th.
January 6th.
Oh, God. Did I walk right into that one?
The biggest fiasco in American history.
January 6th, 2026. You believe this is our first show of 2026. Welcome back, Uncle Sam.
We're ready.
You weren't here last week. I wasn't here last week.
Well, you know, shit happens. I'm
good
not
to see you
driving
guys.
and fucking goddamn people bouncing off each other.
I don't blame
Nobody
you.
knows how to
I
drive.
don't blame you.
Everybody in Michigan forgets how to drive when it snows.
No need to explain it.
Been driving in snow their whole life.
That being said,
When it comes down.
we're on our own today. Sam is off in the southwest part of Florida, so it's me, Michael Palazzolo. Friends call me Zolo. And to my right, well, what does he look
Oh.
like to you? To my left on the screen,
Does it look like
we have the one and only Uncle Sam.
Hello.
And then, of course, as always, on the ones
Behind
and
the fucking
twos,
camera.
on the ones and twos, coated in his own goo.
Just blew out right now. You can't even function. Camera, please.
You didn't even say my name.
Put the camera on.
On the ones and
Dumbass.
twos, coated in his
It's
own goo.
dumbass.
It's Bruce,
Hello.
the tugboat Venditti.
The dumbass Venditti.
Do you guys know Bruce's real name? Have we ever said Bruce's real name on the podcast? And can I do it?
Sure.
Bruce's real name is Augustino.
I mean,
I don't
My
know why
last
he has
name's
this
there,
Italian
so,
name
I
because
mean-
he's just pure fucking.
it's because
Ever.
when I shaved my
What's
head,
the most Italian thing about you? No, I need better
I
than that,
talk with
hand,
my
that
hands.
stupid Gen Z hand
No.
gesture. That
I don't-
works.
I talk with my hands and I yell for everything.
He's got the schnoz. He's got the Italian schnoz.
beak?
Oh yeah.
The beak,
You
wet
gotta
the
fucking-
Italian
Roman,
beak.
The Roman beak. Yeah.
He's got the beak.
What's
The
your
beak.
favorite Italian food? Pasta, spaghetti, and meatballs. Give me more. I need to know what your favorite.
Dude, I don't get complicated with it. It's simply just spaghetti and meatballs.
And who makes the best spaghetti and meatballs?
My mom.
Isn't she white?
Mama V.
Irish.
Isn't she
Yeah,
white?
but I mean, my dad's mom was Italian.
Okay.
They cooked.
She took the recipe. My mom.
No,
did the
there's
same
no
thing.
recipe, but she
My
just
mom's a
cooks damn
Polak,
good,
man.
You know?
She can make a mean. She can make a mean spaghetti.
And not even the
food?
fact that it's Italian. It's just you know what?
Polish
it's
food's
it's
very
a home
good.
cooked meal from your mother, so obviously, that's what.
Nothing was better. When I was a kid, I would go to my grandmother's. Me and my dad would go there, and she'd bring you pasta. Okay, and it was real simple. The food was simple. She'd bring you the bowl with the pasta, not a plate, a bowl with the pasta, and she put the barugaloons in there. That's the rolled up steak with the parsley and the garlic inside, and that would be on the top. And she'd bring you a glass of Verner's. That's the only shit. That's the only pop that was in my grandmother's house, and she'd give you that.
Are you a Guamki guy?
Yeah.
Like Guamkis? Who makes the best ones? Your mom?
I've
heard very good
my
things
grandmother
about your
used to
mom's
make
cooking,
That
by the
stuff.
way.
My mom makes them homemade too. My mom's is better. My grandmother's shit was plain. For some reason, those old Polacks and everything, they don't like to add any spice. My mom would
White.
always pick it up a notch. The spaghetti too. My mom would use the red pepper flakes in there. My dad'd be bitching. It's fucking hot. Urgh. You know.
Bruce, I need a favor. I don't know if you could do this on TikTok, but I want you to prompt them to add, create some sort of prompt to ask questions. If you guys are scrolling right now, we want to hear from you. We want to hear about your team. Is your team in the playoffs? Is your team out of the playoffs? We want to hear. If you have a question about the playoff teams, what we think is going to happen, we want to hear. That's what we're primarily going to talk about today. If you have an opinion on something going on in the offseason, we want to hear it. We're going to talk about the fired coaches. We're going to do everything. We're going to cover it as much as we can in an hour, but we want to hear from you. We want to hear you in the comments. We want to respond to your comments. We're going to start with some breaking news, though. Right off the rip. Do you have a little breaking news thing? Yeah, a little breaking news drop?
We used to. It sadly, because of a lot of editing I've been doing lately,
Here.
has made its
Whatever.
way out.
Anyway.
That was like 3 seasons ago, dude. We haven't used it in 3 seasons. It's just been sitting there. 2 seasons.
Here, hold on. I might have one. If you give me 1 second. Hopefully this works right here. This is horrible.
Here, I got
Horrible
I got a
streaming,
drum
horrible
roll.
radio.
Well, let's.
I got a drum roll.
Eric, before
Yeah,
we
do that.
go into all that,
Yeah.
let's talk about a few deals that have gone on since the last time we were here. the Michigan hire? Did
Yeah,
you guys,
we could do the Michigan
did
hire.
you guys talk about that at
We
all?
didn't.
or
I don't
no?
think we touched it at all. We could touch college
Whittingham,
football in just in
I
general.
think he's a very good coach. I think it was a smart thing to do to bring a guy in like that to give this program a little stability right now. It needs it.
You want my Michigan fan take?
What?
Just let me know when you're ready. That's all. You keep
Go
going.
ahead.
You keep going. You were
Go
cooking.
ahead, dude. All I'm saying is I thought it was a good hire.
I don't think he
I
was
like what he does.
I don't think he was their first choice.
No, he's not.
But I still think it's a good hire, right? Like I still think on paper it's a good hire. And
I think too many guys were afraid to come in here and touch this right now because it was still kind of hot. And I
well,
think
this is
that's-
the straight edge.
that's
This
the
guy's
reason
really straight
why.
edge, though. So what's the difference between him
No,
and everyone
because-
else?
Well, because he's an older guy, so he don't give a shit. That's the difference. These newer hot guys, they don't want no part of that fire right now.
I don't know.
I think that's what it is.
So going person by person, Kenny Dillingham didn't seem like that was asking a lot to get him to leave his alma mater
Yeah.
for a young guy, and he's
I don't-
probably not ready. And if he fails, he's just shit out of luck.
Right.
Kalen DeBoer, this is gonna sound weird if you're a Michigan fan, coming from a Michigan fan, especially. I don't think right now, today, I don't think if I'm Kalen DeBoer, I'm leaving Alabama for Michigan.
No.
Even if long term Michigan's a better job, which I think it is. I think the SEC's like, we're one game away from the SEC going 3 straight years without a title. And no matter what, a Big Ten team's playing in the title game for the 3rd straight year this year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I just
but
don't.
I think you know what? When you're at Alabama, dude, it's a mainstay.
What if you're not doing well at
It's a
Alabama?
main-
And
listen,
what was Alabama before Nick
all-
Saban?
all they have to do is be in it.
They hadn't won anything for over 15 years before Saban got. What was it? 90. They won in the 90s, didn't they? Didn't they win in the 90s?
Yeah, yes, they did.
So before, like that gap
you
was
know,
pretty big, and
Bear
that wasn't a
Bryant,
functional
them-
program.
Them teams with Bear Bryant, they were
You're talking about 34. That's
Right.
like me saying that those teams with Bo
I
Schembechler,
get it.
you know?
well, it's
Like,
right around the same time.
when I think of Alabama, I think of Nick Saban, right?
Right.
And you never want to be, just ask Sharon Moore, you never want to be the guy after the guy. I think,
How about just don't ask Sharon Moore anything? Okay.
um,
You're talking about a guy who's in over his head.
not the point.
When Harbaugh left there, he anointed that kid. He was in over his head.
Not the point. The gist is,
Yeah.
you were talking about how the job was hot. I just think that
It was hot.
I think they couldn't get a lot of the guys that they listen. All things considered, this is their Dusty May, and we've seen how
I'm gonna
Dusty
be
May has worked
honest,
for Michigan.
Outside of Indiana's head coach,
hmm
I think everybody else is fucking.
I like Oregon's head coach, and I think
I
Oregon's going
like
to win the
him
national
too.
championship.
But I don't think he's going.
And Kirby Smart as well. Like, you're not getting Kirby Smart from Georgia.
I actually like. You know what? I like what Whittingham's going to bring. He's going to bring an emphasis on defense and running.
He's Harbaugh. He's
And
running the
running the
same.
fucking
He's
football.
running the same at Utah. He
Yeah.
ran the same program that Jim Harbaugh ran. We
Right.
want to run the football. So
Oh,
Utah,
you know who taught this guy, right?
Urban Meyer.
The scumbag Urban Meyer.
So-
Urban.
Utah finished top 20 in total defense this year, and
Oh, absolutely.
they were behind only the service academies who only run the ball. They were behind only the service academies in running the football. So I think if that's what Michigan wants to be, and on top of that, like, he's had some really good quarterbacks go through there. Between he coached Alex Smith, he had Cam Rising the last couple years. So it's not bad news for Bryce Underwood, who announced he's coming back today. It's not
Yeah,
entirely bad.
You know what? He's got to learn a new system. It's going to be a big learning curve for him, dude.
You talking about
So-
Bryce Underwood?
Yeah, big learning curve for him.
They,
I'd be a little.
they're pulling all the right.
Are they bringing their guys from Utah?
They are. They're
Yeah,
bringing.
they need
They're bringing the top 5 offensive line coach in the country. They've had an offensive lineman drafted every year.
Hopefully, hopefully this kid can learn, can sit and learn and be ready to go come springtime. Hopefully. We'll see what happens.
Well, this will open up. I mean, I thought Bryce looked really good in the bowl game. As soon as Sharon was gone again, I thought he looked great.
He was okay.
Well, I'm not. He's 18 years
Yeah.
old, right? So
He's okay.
I'm looking for him to open up the playbook and run and use his legs, and that's what they do. They call design runs.
Well,
at
this is
Utah.
what they're going to do with Whittingham's offense. It's going to be that read option
No, it's
Run
not.
first.
It's a spread. It's not going to be a
Yeah.
read option though, but it is a spread.
Yeah.
The spread, it's going to be a little bit not less traditional because they're still going to run the hell out of the football.
Right.
But it plays to his strengths.
And I liked State's hiring. I thought that was good. I didn't realize that what's his name, dude? He had a big lawsuit against fucking
He might have won it
against
too.
Northwestern. He did.
The
win.
wrongful termination.
Yeah, they wrongfully terminated him. It was proven, all that stuff was proven to be fucking bullshit, and he still took the fall. And you know what? He didn't deserve that. So hopefully, he could turn around State too. So it's, you know what? Two good hires, I thought. Football guys, not bullshit rah-rah guys on the sideline. These are two football guys, and they'll have these teams ready.
Nobody asked my opinion.
I will like that more.
Nobody asked my opinion, but I also think like if you strip aside the lack of accolades on Pat Fitzgerald, he's a good coach.
He's a very good coach.
He did good stuff. These are
football guys.
He's no nonsense. I think if you're Michigan State, you need to give him the proper resources and proper money, number one and number two. And you kind of got to be okay with we're going to have a good team every 3 or 4 years because he's gonna give that to you.
Yeah.
He gets guys in his system. You're going to have a team that wins 8-9 games, and they're going to be in the conversation
That's
for the
something
playoffs.
they haven't had since D'Antonio left. So
D'Antonio was better than that. D'Antonio was
I'm
better
just
than
saying
that.
they haven't had that since he's left. So
They have not. No.
except for the 1 year they had Kenneth Walker run all over everybody.
Even still, that wasn't even D'Antonio. That was Mel Tucker.
Just saying.
And then they never won anything after
They
that.
didn't win everything after that.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Tucker. R.I.P. fucking.
I heard Mel Tucker lives in Chesterfield.
Yeah.
He's still here. I heard.
Is he?
That's what I heard. He's
Interesting.
not far from me. He's
I
just
wonder
a
if he's
short
got
drive down
Has he
94.
got a spot for Sherrone Moore next to him?
Maybe, yeah. Neighbors.
Yeah.
Neighbors. Real quick, well, I guess just while we're here and doing this, do you want to touch on the college football playoff at all? Have you been watching?
Well,
do you have
I
any
mean,
opinions
I've
on
been
what's going to
watching.
happen?
I don't know if you were watching any of it.
I've watched most of it, yes. The best game was the other night.
Indiana really impressed me, dude.
Their defense is outstanding.
I understand why they're number one.
Mhm.
They're very well coached in all three phases of the game, and they have the right playmakers in the right spots.
What do you think of Fernando Mendoza?
He's probably going to go 1 overall.
I know, but what do you think of him?
I think he's good. You know what? It's helped that these guys have played college football longer than most college football quarterbacks.
It's really
Yeah.
funny you say that. Really,
Yeah.
really funny conversation. I think this is going to end up playing to Michigan's strengths as well because they have the money to work the portal. What Signetti did, the reason people are questioning how quick he was able to do it, why he's been able to do this so quick. The reason is he's got good coaches around him. They're really well coached. The first thing any college football pundit will tell you about Indiana is that they're well coached. And that's not just Signetti. That's all the way down.
Right.
Their coordinators, their staff. It's good. So the reason they're well coached is they have a system, and they're running their system with veterans. They're just working the portal. They're just
Correct.
bringing in guys. And he complained the other day in his press conference. He goes, the portal shouldn't be open right now because I've had to cut into my Oregon prep. And Dan Lanning was on the same call, and he said, same thing for me. He goes, I've had to cut into my Oregon prep working all of these portal guys I've had on campus. They got Nick Marsh from Michigan.
Yeah,
or Michigan State, excuse me.
I don't see why they continue to do that. As the playoffs start, that shit should stop.
It should, and it's trending that
Yeah.
way. That's not my point, though.
Bullshit.
My point is Indiana is as good as they are because they are crushing the portal. They are bringing in veterans that are, number one, veterans. They're well-versed. They played in college football games. And number two, they understand, like, as opposed to bringing in an 18-year-old, they understand the system that they're trying to run. So they're bringing in system-friendly guys for their coaches, and that's why it's worked. Because they don't need guys to buy in. There's less of a learning curve. They already understand.
Right.
And they've been there.
Right.
They know what's going on. That's why Indiana has worked really, really well.
They don't have the Mendoza from fucking 3 years ago.
No.
That was fucking turning the ball over. He was garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I love Indiana. I actually think they're going to lose this week.
I don't know about that.
I'm in the minority. Most people agree with you. I just think
Yeah.
that these teams played
Who do
beginning
they
of
play?
October. They play Oregon.
They're playing
They're-
Oregon.
it's a rematch. They played the beginning of October, and IU went into Eugene. They won
Yeah.
30-20, and it wasn't unconvincing. It was their best win going into the Ohio State game. It was by
Right.
far their best win, and they got the job done.
But I thought what they did last week was very impressive.
Yeah, I'm a little
I-
lower on Alabama. I thought what they did to Ohio
Still-
State.
They're still Alabama.
I thought what they did to Ohio State was extremely impressive. Defensively, their
Correct.
defense is there, and as long as their defense, they're Michigan from 2 years ago. As long as they let their defense control the game, control the tempo of the game, that puts less pressure on Mendoza, and he's just got to make some good throws.
And I
from
like
here
the
and
U.
time to time.
What can you say? man?
Yeah,
The U is in it.
the use
All you gotta do
defense.
is watch. You want to watch that game? Just watch Michael Irvin on the sidelines.
BTA.
My man is out of his mind. He must be doing cocaine and steroids.
So
Because
hopefully
he
we don't get shadow banned for that one.
He's
Um,
just
Please do not shadow ban us,
he's
please.
just ridiculous, dude.
So
Have you seen his little antics on the
Yes,
sidelines?
I've been watching.
Okay.
And shout out to
Right.
Brendan from our social media team. Brendan made a really good video of him
I should
whipping.
have said ecstasy.
He was whipping a stuffed bear, a teddy bear with his
yeah,
belt. It went BT
his belt. Yeah,
in honor of Michael. Irvin.
it's crazy. Dude.
Let's real quick, Bruce. I want you involved in this. One game is Thursday night. One game is Friday night. I don't know which is which, but Ole Miss in Miami. Who do you got? Fiesta Bowl.
Man, how about Ole Miss doing it with no coach?
Yeah,
Their
all.
head coach is gone.
So most of the staff for
Kiffin
this
is gone.
most of the staff for the last 2 games, because Lane Kiffin didn't need them, most of the staff was able to coach while working for LSU.
right.
This week, that won't be the case. It's shadow
Oh.
staff, and I think that's going to matter. As much as I love Trinidad I love
I'd
Trinidad.
have to take to you.
I think it's going to be a really close game that the U ends up pulling out.
Yeah.
I think the U, and which, by the way, if the U wins, you know where the national championship game is? It's Miami, Florida.
Miami, Florida. baby.
Miami, Florida. The U,
Yeah.
the U goes home for the title.
You goes home. How about
Um,
them Cowboys?
I'm with you. I have the U. I think they're veteran laden. They've been there before. They've been in some big situations, and they're playing well right now.
Their quarterback play has been impeccable.
It's been a lot better, and their defense is really good. It's probably
Another team that went
Talent-wise-
quarterback from the portal.
talent wise. I think the U's defense is better than Indiana's defense.
Really?
Yeah, but I think Indiana's defense is well disciplined, well coached, and I'm taking Miami. I'm taking Miami in that one. Bruce, Miami and Ole Miss. Are you keeping up with it? Do you have an opinion?
No idea, but I'll take Miami.
Okay,
Sounds convincing.
and then IU.
Watch Michael Irvin.
IU and Oregon, I've already said it. I think Oregon wins because it's going to be very tough for IU to beat them twice. And I think Oregon's defense is also playing well. And Oregon is getting the best quarterback play in the country right now. Trinidad Chambliss did some really
Yeah.
good stuff for Ole Miss. By the way, the 2 best quarterbacks left are both from the state of Michigan. Trinidad Chambliss is from Forest Hills, I believe, by way of Ferris State, and D2 national champion at Ferris State. And then Dante Moore is from right here. I think, where's he from initially? Maybe Ann Arbor? I'm looking right now. Dante Moore went to
Just
Martin
one.
Luther King High School in
There you
Detroit.
go.
My fault.
King.
So the two best
Shout
quarterbacks
out.
left are from Michigan, which I think is
Shout
cool.
out East Side.
So who do you got in
7
Oregon?
Mile.
You have Indiana.
Huh?
You have Indiana this
Yeah.
week. I have Oregon. Bruce, Indiana or Oregon?
Sure, Indiana.
Indiana. Okay, so I actually think Oregon's going to beat Miami in the title game. Do you think Miami can beat Indiana?
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna say yeah.
So the U wins at home. What about you?
Hey, Beck has been really good for them, dude.
Carson Beck has been good.
Yeah.
That's the example of veteran.
This
That's why it's working.
Let me tell you something right now. When this draft class comes out this year, and you're gonna see Beck go, you're gonna see Mendoza go, you're gonna see all these guys go. And you know what? They're going to be more successful than the guys you've been seeing coming out of school in the past because they've had a little more time to season. I think that makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
I really do.
Did that not show up? What the hell?
Hey, Sean, that Tyler Sean kid for the
Excellent.
Saints. Hey, they won 5 of their last 6 games
Yep.
with that kid. He's 26 years old or 27 years old.
Did you see our team
He's
tier
played,
list?
He's played quite a bit of college football.
Did you
Huh?
see our team tier list? I just
No,
have the
I-
Saints under. They're coming. Shout out to our social
Yeah.
team, Danny. because they're coming. They don't. They went from the best thing you can do, and this happened for the Lions 5 years ago when they had the 4 draft picks, the 4 first-round draft picks. The best thing you can do is find a quarterback before you have to draft one. They don't have to draft a quarterback.
Right.
Tyler Shock's going to lead that team into the future, and now they can take their draft capital. Chris Olave had a monster year, a monster bounce back year. He had 1,000 yards. Their running game got going. Like, the Saints are trending in the right direction. And if there was more season to be had, like let's say the season was like 30% longer, the Saints would have come back and won that division. They were over the last 2 months. The Saints were the best team in the NFC South, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Who am I though? Okay, so while we've been talking, like I said, we had some breaking news as soon as we went on the air. The breaking news being that the Lions have, and they actually announced it themselves 29 minutes ago, the Lions have officially parted ways with offensive coordinator John Morton.
I think that happened months ago, actually, but
Oh, it's not working.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Got a bigger one.
I got an applause on here.
Got a bigger one.
yeah.
The Ravens fired John Harbaugh.
No shot.
The Ravens fired John Harbaugh.
Really?
No shot.
Yep.
So I guess they're not trading Lamar Jackson.
Nope. Is this real? I can't even tell if this is real.
I'm checking.
Yeah, you gotta see if that's
Yep.
Yeah.
The Ravens fired John Harbaugh.
Yeah, John Harbaugh. Goodbye. Goodbye.
That's amazing to me.
Shout out to Z who just broke it in the chat. We appreciate you, Z.
I'm shocked on that.
Goodbye.
Yep. And Anthony who announced it in the
Is
other
this
chat.
thing on?
The Ravens fired John Harbaugh. Did I have the Ravens under? What did I have them under on the team tiers? Might be fired. Did I have them under? Might be firing their head coach.
That to me makes no sense with all the difficulties they went through the whole year with. And most of their difficulties were at quarterback. So, I just don't understand that.
So that's a real question.
I just think what I think it is that him
Lamar?
and Jackson cannot get along at all. They do not see eye to eye. It started last year, and it started the last couple of years,
I don't know.
actually.
I disagree. I think they've always seen eye to eye. They didn't lose
I
because of either of those guys this week. They lost because their kicker missed a chip shot. You know?
Yeah.
Last year in the playoffs, was last year when they lost the home playoff game? Was that last year?
Yeah,
or
Lamar
2 years
Jackson
ago?
forgot how to play football. They went into Buffalo and got raped.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's what happened.
I don't attribute their.
What?
Nothing. You say it the same way every time. Lamar Jackson forgot to play football.
He forgot how to play football. You know what I'm saying? He has that game every year in the playoffs.
You want to know what's really
where
funny?
He's absolute dog shit.
You want to know what's really funny?
Yeah.
I think had that kick been made, I think had that kick gone through the uprights and the Ravens win, I think the outcome would have held for the other team. I think Mike Tomlin would have been done. In fact, I
You
think
think
Mike
so?
I think Mike Tomlin,
That
if
was
they
all
lose this
God.
week, is still done.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well,
So
If
God
John
got,
Harbaugh's fireable,
God got
Mike Tomlin
Harbaugh
is
fired.
certainly fireable.
I'm sorry?
God got Harbaugh fired.
Oh.
The end zone that the kick was in was blessed by a priest before game.
So at this point, what do you think? Is he a
Seminole.
candidate for
100%.
one of these other jobs?
Yeah.
No.
Let's look at the other jobs and see which
I mean,
ones.
does he even want to coach anymore?
I think
at
he,
this
yeah,
point?
yeah. I think he will. I think he's got one more run left in him. But let's look at the open.
You know where I
jobs.
would like to see him? Atlanta.
That would be a great spot for him.
Yeah.
That'd be a really good spot for him.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are the openings? Cleveland,
Cleveland,
Atlanta, the Cardinals,
Cardinals.
Cleveland, Atlanta, the Cardinals, the Titans, the Giants. Oh, that
Titans like their
the
guy?
Giants, Yeah, he got let go in the middle.
did
He was the first coach to get fired.
Oh, that's right.
The Giants. I think that's John Harbaugh's job. I think the
You
New
think
York
so?
Giants. Yeah, I think that's the. You're not going to believe this, but I think the Giants' job is probably the best opening, unless you consider the Ravens the best opening. I think the Giants' job is the best opening, and I think that John Harbaugh and Stefanski will have their pick of jobs, and it's going to be one of those two jobs. Unless, I don't know, I think Brian Flores is a shoo-in for the Raiders job, personally, because of the Brady connection. Unless, Brady takes a crack at
you
one of those
really
two
think
guys.
He's leaving fucking The Vikings go to the Raiders.
I think Brian Flores will leave for any head coaching job.
Oh.
Yeah, any head coaching job. I think
They
he'll
kind,
leave
they
for.
kind of owe him for what they did to him, right?
Yeah,
What they did to him in Miami.
this John Harbaugh thing's kind of wild. Well, no, it's not. It's not. This one's
Well,
predictable.
I mean,
They might promote from within.
he won a Super Bowl. I mean, I don't know. Tom
With Joe Flacco.
same way.
There's a theory. You've heard the 5-year theory, right? Z, if
Yeah.
you're here, this shout out to you. There's a theory that, and it's not a theory. This is a fact. This is an actual statistic. When a head coach and a quarterback are together for 5 years and they haven't won a Super Bowl,
Time to go.
they've never won one. You can never win it in the 6th year, which, by the way, it holds for like Dan Campbell and Jared Goff are going into year 6 together next year.
Yeah.
So if history
Guess
tells
what?
us anything,
I
they might
got
never
some
win.
bad news for you then.
What's the bad news?
I don't think they could do it in 1 year. I don't think they could turn over what they need to turn over in 1 year. I don't.
Yeah, this is wild.
To me, it's not easy when you're when you were clearly the best team in your division the last few years, and you fall into the back of the pack because your fucking defense can't keep up with your offense.
Anthony just asked a great question.
What?
If you had to pick one, who would you get rid of, Goff or Campbell?
That is a good question. And
That's a really good question.
I don't think I can answer that.
I can answer that.
Campbell,
I think Campbell.
I 51% Campbell, 49% Goff. I agree with you. Goff is a sure thing. Goff, no one will care, but Goff is coming off of one of his best years ever. It's just not going to show because they didn't do anything. He's gotten better every year.
You look at the last 4 fucking years, my man is in the top 5 in every category.
Yeah.
You can't deny what he's done.
Undeniable that he's one of the best quarterbacks in football. And you have that. You have a quarterback, right?
What is the Lions' biggest need as far as staff right now?
To me, it's now an offensive coordinator because we just fired John Morton. So you got to go
Well,
get a guy.
I mean, they need to get experienced guys on both sides of the ball. This hiring within thing is cute. It's cute. It didn't work. It worked the first time. It did not
I
work.
don't think
the
there's
second
anybody
time.
to hire within now to do.
Sorry.
There's nobody now to
What do you
hire
mean?
within.
They're not
Yeah.
gonna.
What are you going to hire from within now?
Exactly.
Right.
Alex Anzalone.
They're not gonna
Anyway.
promote anyone from within.
Yeah.
They're not gonna do it.
Fucking
Here's the question
Cracker
on the
Jack
Raiders.
salesman.
Here's the question on the Raiders.
Marcus
Todd
Davenport?
Monken is considered like one of the best coordinators in all of football. Like their
Okay.
offensive play calling is not the problem. Are they going to promote him? Are they going to promote Todd Monken, or are they going to find a new voice altogether? So, do you want to do this with
Is
the
he even
vacancies?
interviewed well though, Munkin? I mean, we know he's a good OC. Everybody knows that what his thing is as far as OC goes. Do you think he'd be a really good head coach?
You don't know
today's
until you
game,
try.
dude. You need a guy that can motivate. You know,
Dave
And
Campbell
if you
does
can't,
that.
well, here's the problem though. Those guys that motivate, dude, it only lasts a few years and then it just fucking
Oh, dude, that game this week.
what? Well, don't even.
What'd you see? What that they didn't
on,
do
dude.
all year?
Hold on,
The
hold on, dude.
physicality.
Guess what? You know what? I thought that game was utterly fucking disgusting. You want to know why? Chicago didn't show up. I don't even know why they played their starters. That was a joke. And guess what? That fucking game did nothing but infuriate me. That you're going to come out and put toward the effort in the last game of the year when you should have been doing that the two
Dude,
previous
they did that
games.
against Green
Fuck
Bay
that,
a
dude.
few years ago.
Dude, that effort that they put up in Pittsburgh and that effort that they
I
put
agree.
up in fucking Minnesota was unacceptable. And who should be held accountable for that? The head coach.
The general manager.
The head coach.
I think Dan
See,
Campbell will
but there
be
was
the first
problems
one in
way
line.
before that happened.
I think
Could've
Dan
been
Campbell-
Fuck
solved.
that, dude. Fuck
Dan-
Could
that.
have been solved
Fuck that,
early
dude.
on.
Dan Campbell
Fuck
would
that.
be the first one to
wouldn't be
tell you
having
that
this
he'll hold himself
conversation.
accountable. He would agree with you.
Absolutely.
I
know
still
he
think
would.
their issues this year go back to a really, really poor summer of roster management. But
Then you know what? He needs to step up and voice his opinion to ownership. listen, if this GM ain't getting it done, he needs to get the fuck out.
Well, we're talking about 1 year of the GM not getting it done. So I'm
No,
not, I'm,
no,
I'm
no,
not freaking out.
No, I don't think so, dude. We're talking. This is the second year that your
Okay.
GM just has got
2
it
years.
done.
2 years. I think that they went into this season thinking that this is what we're going to do at offensive line. It makes the most sense. And they hadn't been, nothing had failed them from a personnel standpoint. Everything they've done worked until this year. Think about it. They've gotten better
Well,
every year until this year. This is the
I
first year
don't.
they haven't improved.
No, I don't agree with that because last year they didn't take care of business last year. As far as to improve their-
whoa. They were 15
Hold
and
on,
2 with
hold on.
with the
I-
most injury
that's-
missed games in the
That's
league.
not
Playoff
what I'm
football's
talking
a little
about,
different,
dude.
though, when you have that
I'm talking about roster wise. They were like, we're gonna get a bunch of good guys and we're gonna have depth. That's something they don't have. They don't have depth on this team. It's a joke.
It's fair,
joke.
but this is
It's
the
a
first,
fucking joke.
This is the first year that they've regressed. Last year they did not regress.
Well,
no matter what you say.
last year, you came out from being off and you had the first round bye and you got punched in the mouth because every time you got a fucking game off, I don't know what it
No,
is.
it's not.
Preparation?
That
Is
was-
that coaching preparation? That's what it sounds like to me.
They were
that
missing. They were missing their like 9 starters on defense for that playoff game.
You know what?
They were missing
I
every
just
important
don't-
piece
That
on
I
could
defense.
have
just
been
don't-
solved.
That just
That's
happens
to
every
me. That's
year,
not the
dude.
head coach.
That's
to
not
me,
the head
To me, it's the
coach.
general manager. That's the and yeah, you can bring up the playoff game, but they still went 15 and 2 and made the playoffs. This
Yeah.
year, it's the first year that Campbell and Holmes have shown regression. They went from whatever it was, 2 or 3 wins the first year, 9 wins the next year. Would they win the playoff the good run year? 12 or 13?
14?
I don't think they won 14. It was
don't
I
think
think
it
it
was
was I think it was 13 and 4
Oh, it was
and then they went
14.
to 15 and 2 and then they regressed. So now you can say we regressed, we need things to change. They had no reason to change anything going into this year. They thought that the change was we're getting our injured guys back. We made these investments on the offensive line in the draft, if not in free agency. Now you need to actually invest money. You need to actually go out there and do
I think they were caught with their pants down the last draft, to be honest with you. They should have known Ragnow was going to be gone. That guy's been playing on one leg for the last fucking 3 years, dude. So I don't know how
Yeah,
you
if
can
we don't
continue.
take a fucking
Close your
offensive
fucking
lineman
eyes
in
to
the
that.
draft first,
Sorry?
if we don't take just offensive line, that's exactly what we need. I'm gonna be pissed in the draft.
I think you're gonna get your wish. My
hope.
guess is this. I met Penei Sewell last night at the Pistons game, by the way.
Did you actually?
Yeah, I did, and Rodrigo.
Yeah.
My guess is Penei Sewell.
You should ask him how the practice squad is.
If there's Rodrigo, he might
Yeah.
not even be back next
Yeah, I
year.
don't think he's back.
My guess is,
Doesn't
and this
seem
this
practice
is what's
squad.
this is what's best for the team. I would move start. I think we're all in agreement just after all the conversations and the way he played this year and the health issues and the or the post game the other day that Taylor Decker's probably done, right? Or trending towards.
I
done.
don't think he's coming back.
Yeah, I agree.
I think he's tired. He's-
Trending.
I would move.
Yeah, but I don't know that. It seemed a little weird. It seemed like he would have just said so.
No,
Oh,
I think
dude,
he's going to
gonna
go through
sit,
the
he's gonna
process.
Take the off-season.
And there's also leverage.
See
Like
how it is.
he gets money by waiting further into the offseason. Like it's beneficial financially, and it's beneficial to the Lions for him to wait as well, because you don't want anyone to know that you have an opening at tackle. You don't want them to think about what you're doing. So I think Taylor Decker's done. The first step I'm taking is I'm moving Sewell from the right to the left. I want Sewell as my left tackle, number one. You have the guards. You have the interior guys. Between Mahogany, Frazier, Ratledge, I don't want to move any of them to center. I think it's Mahogany and Ratledge. I think it's how it was this year. They played well when they were healthy. That's that. They're both going to get a year better. They're both on rookie deals. You need a center. You need a center, whether it means you're going to go sign Tyler Linderbaum, who's a free agent.
Here's the problem, dude. Mahogany and Ratliff did not get the job done.
Well,
They didn't get it done.
hold on. They did
They-
get it done until they
No, they
didn't.
didn't.
They did. They were the number one offense in the league until Mahogany got injured, and then Decker was injured for 3 games, and then you lost Glasgow for 2 games. When the offensive line fell apart, it fell apart.
And Sewell
But when it was good,
beat up all-
Sewell was injured all year. When it was playing well, it was actually playing like not what it was the last 2 years or 3 years,
Yeah.
but it was playing well. I think they have something in Ratledge, and I think they have something in Mahogany. So I wouldn't overinvest
We'll
in the
see.
guards.
I don't know about that, but we'll see. I mean,
It's-
if You got coming up here at 15 or 17, where they're picking 17.
Got to be a tackle.
If you can't get yourself either a fucking top-notch center or fucking tackle, and with them two with that pick,
It's
you're in
got to be a
trouble.
tackle. You need the best tackle available. And if there's a tackle that starts slipping
Dude,
that you can trade up
I
for,
heard they could all be gone, dude. I hear Glasgow's gone.
yeah,
I heard
Glasgow's done.
he's gone. I heard fucking what's his name? Dan Skipper.
Yeah, Skipper,
Adios,
Skipper,
Dan Skipper.
Skipper, Glasgow, and
Yep.
Decker are probably
They're
all
gone.
toast.
All three
They're
of
all
them
toast.
are
Yeah,
gone.
invest.
That's a lot
in
of turnover.
They need it. They need
lot of
the turnover. The Chicago Bears had a lot of turnover in their offensive line, and they came back and won the division.
Yeah,
They
but
they
they
need the
also-
turnover.
They also had fucking what? 2 All-Pros, 2 All-Pros, and then one fucking very good guy.
Go get one All Pro.
Oh.
Go get an All Pro. Trade for an All Pro, or go get one in free
How,
agency.
how smart does Ben Johnson look, man? Bringing in fucking Jonah Jackson.
Look good, but no one's looked better than Joe Tooney.
Sorry?
No one's looked better than Joe Tooney.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Okay, do you want to really quickly before we go away? Do you want to go through these playoff games? Or
Well,
here, let's go back to coaches really quickly. Let's go back to the coach openings. Do you want to talk about any in particular? Do you want to rank? We did this last year. We ranked the coach openings. Do you want to rank them by any chance?
Well, I mean, what do you mean? The job openings?
Yeah. Which job opening to you is the best currently?
Shit. I don't know, dude. I would probably say Baltimore.
Hold on, I'm pulling out the list right now. I think
I-
as of
I-
now,
That's
know.
a bigger shitstorm now that he's gone. If anything.
Who?
Harbaugh. That place is probably a shit show right now.
I don't know about that, man. I think they have a very high caliber team. The problem is you got to get these guys. You know, the problem is Jackson. What are you going to do with Lamar Jackson? Do you trade him? Obviously, if fucking Harbaugh's gone, they're not trading him. You know,
I'm not.
I mean, if I was the owner of Baltimore, I would trade Lamar Jackson for whatever I could get.
I'm not touching Lamar Jackson. You have a
I
golden
would
goose.
Trade him.
Which quarterbacks are you taking over Lamar Jackson?
Listen, if you're blowing this thing up, and that's exactly what's going to.
I don't think they're blowing it up. I think they're
Ah.
looking for a new change. I think they still think.
So who do they bring in? Who do they bring in? You're going to fire John Harbaugh. Who's the young fucking or who's the best coach available?
I got to do
Put
a
in there.
deep dive. I got to like delve and read some tweets and read some stuff. That being said, I think they're going to promote Todd Monken. That's the sentiment I'm seeing.
You think
right
that's
now.
what the Ravens are going to do?
Yes.
Okay.
That's my guess. If not, if Todd Monken's available in any fashion, like there's your Lions offensive coordinator. Like that's a get. Okay, so we have. I'm gonna list them all for you. We have Giants, we have Titans, we have Ravens, Cardinals, Falcons, Browns, Raiders. Those 7. Are there any that stand out to you?
The Falcons' job, I think, is a real enticing job because of the talent on that team.
Okay.
Offensively, they have a lot of talent. Defensively, they've got some really good young guys there, and I think that, to me, as being a coach, I think I would want to be put in a situation like that. The Giants have a lot of talent on their defense. They need help on their offense. I don't know. Whoever comes in there, you got to roll with Jackson Dart. That's what you have to do. I mean, usually when a guy comes in, they want to pick their quarterback. And I don't like going to a job that you can't really do that. I mean, at that point, I mean,
Bruce, I'm getting complaints about the YouTube audio if you want to check it out. See if you can turn it up. I still have people that watch on YouTube. Yeah, it's low.
okay. I don't know. You tell me.
To me, the best job is Baltimore.
Okay.
Out of the bad teams, like the non-shocking teams, and again, I think the Pittsburgh job's going to open up. I actually think that. I think they're going to lose Monday night at home, and I think that job's going to open up as well. They're going to look at their division rival and think they're making a change. We should too. Just a thought. That being said, I think out of all of the subpar team jobs, the Giants is the one that stands out the most to me.
So you don't think that you don't like the Cleveland job?
No, I don't. It's better than I think Cleveland.
Do you think whoever takes over in Cleveland, they keep Shedeur Sanders?
No,
I don't think so either.
no. He had the lowest QBR in NFL history over the last
Yeah,
month.
I know.
And who knows? There might be
That
something to
Sam's
work
a
with. there.
big Shedeur Sanders guy.
You know who their quarterback? You know who Cleveland's quarterback's going to be next year?
Dylan Gabriel.
Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
That's what I think. I think he's going to have the best shot to start, and they might bring in a coach that gears towards that.
Yeah.
That's geared towards that. No, I think Atlanta, like you said, that one kind of intrigues me. There's some
Yeah.
pieces to like in Arizona. That's not a bad one.
Well, Arizona. Well, here you go. I mean, let's talk about Arizona. They basically parted ways with Kyler Murray already, correct?
Yes.
Do you think he's gone, or do you think he comes back?
Kyler Murray. I think that decision is going to be left to the new head coach.
Okay.
And it depends who they bring in. Some people might see Kyler Murray and see like reclamation project. This might work.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe the right voice work. Maybe John Harbaugh ends up out there and ends. You know, like that's. I don't know. That one's interesting for me because you have a reclamation quarterback, and same with Cleveland. Whereas the Giants' job sticks out because you're getting Cam Scatterbo back. You're getting Malik Neighbors back. You have Jackson Dart, who looks really good. You have a ton of pieces on a defense that played relatively well this year. It beat Philly. And you have a high draft. What are they picking, 2 or 3 or 4?
2.
The Giants are picking 2. I think there's a lot to like about the Giants' job. I think that's the best opening for a young, like, up-and-coming head coach, like Mike McDonald going to Seattle, like Dave Canales going to Carolina, like one of those, Liam Cohen going to Jacksonville. I think that's that job, like the shiny new toy job. The ready-made job is obviously Baltimore. I don't know. I think it's interesting. So ranking them for me, I would go. I'm going to put the Giants at 1. Giants at 1, Baltimore 2. I'll go Atlanta 3. I'll go the Cardinals probably at 4. The Titans at 5.
You don't think that Titan job would be?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. What you do have in the Titans is a quarterback. You have a quarterback. I don't think Cam Ward's bad. Same drill though. Like they just fired a coach.
Better than Shedeur Sanders?
Yes. Yes, that's why he was drafted higher. Yes, I do think so. To me, last place is the Raiders because the cupboard is empty. There's reports that they're now talking about shopping Max Crosby. There's just nothing there. There's Brock Bowers and the number 1 pick. So you're gonna have Mendoza throwing to Bowers. I mean, did you really like what you saw from Genty this year? And it's not his fault.
I'm actually.
I think he could be
impressed with
good.
What I saw out of him.
I think Genty's still
knowing
going
it's
to
not
be
his
very
fault.
good, but like
Yeah.
that's not something I'm thinking like, oh, we have him. I'm not thinking that. Like I think that they lack the most talent. That's an organization that's been dysfunctional for 20 years since they made the Super Bowl, and it just never found its footing again. And I think that they need a lot.
The old man.
They need
died,
Jesus.
It died with him.
They were even bad before he died, though.
Well, yeah, but he had him in there every year.
They were competent every year in the 90s and in the early 2000s. Yes, You're not wrong.
The whole time that Tim Brown was there, they were a competitive football team every year.
Second worst for me is Cleveland, but there's still a lot to like about Cleveland, especially defensively.
I like what they got offensively too. You got Junkins, you got them nice pieces on their offense and their defense.
Fannin.
Their defense is really good.
Yeah. This is a weird year for jobs. It's gonna be a weird offseason.
And it's not even done.
The Lions are in the
I
market
don't
for a
think it's
coordinator
done.
now.
I got a feeling that
I told
like
you,
said.
Mike Tomlin.
Yeah.
Tomlin. There are rumors like that he's also got a little Sharon Moore in him, and there are rumors about his treatment of women within Pittsburgh. Supposedly, he knocked up a bartender. Rumor, total rumor. But people in Pittsburgh are aware of his
I
escapades.
don't even want to say what I want to say.
And they were already talking about it. They were already talking about it before the game on Sunday. They were talking about how he could go into the booth for a year and then look for other jobs to open up.
don't
I think
you
if
wanna
he
put him in a
loses-
booth. He kind of scary with those eyes.
I think if he loses on Monday night at home to a lower seed and they don't make it past the first weekend again, and I'm betting, like if I were a betting man, I am betting on him losing to Houston. I think if he loses on Monday, that you're gonna hear mutually agreed to part ways. You're gonna get one of those types of deals,
Yeah.
and I'm anticipating that. Your sister Janice, shout out to Janice, shout out to Miss Randazzo. How are you? Is she in Florida? Hope it's warm.
Yeah.
She wants to know who's going to win the Super Bowl. I don't know if we can touch on that completely until Sam gets back, but since I don't think we're getting together again this week. Are we coming back here this week? Do you want to? It's up to you.
I don't care.
I think we should pick the games.
You want to pick the games?
I think we should pick this week's
All right.
games. Just this week's games. Can we do that before we go?
This week, yeah.
Let's start with the Saturday afternoon game, which is a rematch. It's the Rams going to Charlotte to take on the Panthers, and the Rams are, let me see if I can get some betting lines for you. Hold on.
They
NFL
lost.
playoffs.
They lost. the
They
last
did.
time They did there.
They did.
Yeah.
By the way, do you while I pull up these lines, do you have any opinions on the MVP debate? It sounds like it's down to Stafford versus Drake May. Do you have an opinion?
Stafford and who?
Drake May.
Drake May.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I'd have to see Stafford.
Stafford's numbers are better, but it's hard to deny. I don't know. I'd be okay with either one of those guys.
Drake May is a second-year guy, man. Was really impressive what he's done. I think he's been impressive. You know.
Okay, Saturday, 4:30 in Charlotte. I will pull up the weather too if I can. The Rams are taking on the Panthers. The Rams are favored by 10.5 in a playoff game. That's
that
insane.
should tell you something. When Vegas starts putting up big numbers like that,
Over under
They know
46.5. Go first,
I'm taking the Rams.
Bruce.
Take the Rams.
Wait, the weather's actually supposed to be pretty good there on Saturday. The weather's
Yeah, it's
supposed to
not-
be. The weather is supposed to be 67.
There you go.
That's kind of warm.
Beautiful.
Um,
That's great football weather right there.
that favors the Rams.
Stafford should eat.
I actually think the Rams to win, the Rams to cover. The Rams are going to be healthier going into this game. I think Devontae
Right.
Adams might be coming back, and their defense is going to be licking their chops to get a hold of Bryce Young. That's just my opinion. Over under 46.5. I think the Rams are going to put up a lot of points in this one. I think they can hit the over themselves if they wanted to.
I agree.
Here's the big one. NFC North rematch. They split in the regular season. The Bears are hosting their first home playoff game in a long time at Soldier Field Saturday night as the Packers are coming in. I think Jordan Love is healthy enough to play in this one. Give me 1 second. I'm going to pull up the weather. Saturday, it is supposed to be 36 and snowy. That's not too bad.
Awesome.
NFC North weather. This one is razor thin. The Packers are favored by 1.5, over under 45.5. Bruce, why don't you go first in this one?
I'm gonna take the. I'm gonna take the Packers.
Any particular reason? Just gut?
They didn't look good the other day against the Lions, man.
No.
They didn't show
And
up.
the-
They didn't show up.
I don't know. I thought they did the same thing the Bears always do. I thought they came back in the fourth quarter and they showed up and they just didn't have enough
The whole
juice.
first half, they were awful.
They were off.
They were awful.
When is that them, though? Because they're a bad first half team.
I don't know. They've been dominating defense. Here's the problem. They don't get the turnovers, dude.
They don't get the turnovers.
They
They
don't
lose. They
don't
lose
get the
every
win.
single time.
Yep. They don't get the turnovers. They don't get the win. And what does the Packers do? Turn the ball over.
They kind of turn the ball over.
Yeah. they
Who do you
Well,
think?
I'm taking. You know what? I'm going to take the Packers too. I agree. I think Bruce is on to something. I think they're going to control the line of scrimmage,
Smells, ugh.
and they're going to put points up on the board. And if they come out flat like they did last week, they're done. You throw some dirt on them.
I disagree with you both. I'm going with the
Okay.
Bears. I love them at home. I think it's very favorable at home, even though their building is going to get completely rated by people that are always rating that building. But I think they're a lot better than they were Sunday. I trust Ben Johnson to game plan this game really well, especially coming off of how poorly he game planned against the Lions. He called a pretty bad game against the Lions. Their game plan was bad.
Should have went for it.
I think Ben Johnson's going to scheme his way through this game. I think they're going to protect the ball. This is the weakest the Packers have looked all year. The injuries are showing, and I think that Jordan Love is not going to I don't know if he's going to have the juice against this Bears defense. If this turns into a shootout, this is a really curious game because you have two quarterbacks who play really poorly in shootouts and play really poorly from behind. But I think Caleb Williams has the talent to be favored in a shootout. I don't think it turns into one, though. I think the Bears do end up turning the ball
He
over and
didn't
they
look
win this one.
talented to me at all last week.
You know, if the
I-
Bears can
No,
keep the
no, but
ball
what do you think
on
of
the ground, they'll win the game.
what do you
They
what do you
run the ball, control
Yeah.
the line of scrimmage.
last week aside? What do you think of Caleb Williams this half of the season? Pretty good, right?
Better than he was last year.
For sure. No, I think he's a very serviceable quarterback. He's not even scratching the surface yet, and his balls.
I'm sorry.
He's throwing some really, really, really nice balls.
Well,
Here,
I mean,
Not
go ahead.
bad.
Yeah, go ahead, real quick.
He's progressing, but I think he needs to play within his system, dude.
He's been doing
Within
that.
his system.
He's been doing that.
Yeah, but every time he tries to go off script, you can see it, and it's bad. Sort
Um,
of like McCarthy, he's doing the same thing with Minnesota. When he tries to go off script, it just turns bad.
One last tidbit about this game. We're talking about how there's openings that might be opening. That might be one too.
LaFleur?
LaFleur. I think that that's totally
Did
on the
they
table.
lose? He's gone.
I don't know if it's one of those scenarios. I think if he's done, he's done. I think that's something that's on the table. Is that
Okay.
he's overstayed his welcome there, and another 7 seed, and if they don't extend the playoff format 4 years ago, the Packers have missed the playoffs in 5 straight years. They're only in as the
Right.
7 seed the last 4 or 5 years, including when the Lions beat them in a meaningless game for them 3 years ago, and they didn't even get in at all. So their last 4 playoff appearances are not I think that he may have overstayed his welcome, and if they lose this week to a division rival on the road,
Right.
I think that that's going to be on the table, especially if Harbaugh got fired, especially if Tomlin gets fired. Just my 2 cents. Moving on, the Buffalo Bills head to Duval at 1 p.m. on Sunday to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Bills are favored somehow by 1.5. Over under 52.5. The weather is about 60 and overcast. Uncle Sam, why don't you go first?
I'm gonna take Jacksonville in this. Jacksonville already beat them once, and I think they could do it again.
Bruce?
I agree.
Yeah, I think the only person here that would pick
Oh, you know,
Buffalo
Sam
is
did.
not here. It's
No.
Sam. They're just not good. They're just to me Buffalo's
To me,
not good.
Buffalo's pretty one-dimensional right
Yeah.
now. I think they've squeaked out a lot of very close victories this year to even be where they're at.
Mm-hmm.
Could there be another head coach on the chopping block?
Oh, that's
Oh,
another. That's another
absolutely.
one. Completely forgot.
That's one I
That's
thought
a
should
huge
be-
one.
He should have been
I've
gone
been saying
last.
it the last.
I don't
Yeah.
know. He should have been gone last year. That's bullshit.
I agree.
This guy continues to finagle his job.
I agree with both of you. That's
It's like, he's like a fucking Democrat. He won't go away.
completely forgot about that when Bruce. That's on the table. Yeah, I
Well,
I
that's
think
'cause Josh
Buffalo.
Allen saves him every year.
I think Buffalo not only loses. I think there's actually a sliver of a chance that they get crushed. I think they are so outmatched on both
I
sides of
really
the ball.
think if they were playing Houston, they would get punched in the mouth.
They already did get punched in the mouth
I
from
know.
Houston. Houston's better. Houston did that with Davis Mills. They look better now. And
Yes.
Buffalo is worse. Not yet. It's a good point on Sean McDermott getting fired. Totally.
If they get past this game, I really will be surprised.
Yeah, I agree. That'll be
I
a big win
really
for
will
them.
be surprised.
But people are hyping their favorite because people, oh, it's Josh Allen. It's Josh Allen. There's no Mahomes. There's no Lamar. There's no Burrow. There's no Brady.
Defense for
Jacksonville
is
better every
real.
week.
They get better every week.
That was a tough division ultimately to win, and they actually won it. They came back and won the division. So I'm Jacksonville. Sam will probably take the Bills by 1 million. Good on them if they pull it off. They have a good shot at the AFC if they pull this off because I think they're playing one of the 2 best teams remaining. I don't see it happening. That being said, I think the Bills fans are going to raid that building, by the way.
Swimming in their pool.
4:30, the Niners head to Philly to take on the Eagles. The Eagles are somehow favored by 4.5. Fred Warner could play in this game. He's telling people he might be back next round. But Uncle Sam, you have a lot of intrigue for both of these teams, so why don't you pick it first?
I'm gonna take
Let me
the
get you the
Eagles.
weather.
Defending champs till they get knocked out. I'm Gonna go with them.
Philly weather is 48 and sunny that night. Bruce, do you want to go?
No, you go. Come back.
I think San Francisco wins. They've looked better all year. They're going to be a little bit more rested in this one. They haven't played in it'll be 8 days. Kittle should be back. Brock Purdy has gotten better every game. Credit to him for doing that. I don't think these two teams are going to go very far, no matter who wins. I just think Philly.
Yeah.
I just think Philly is not playing well at all. You need to throw a forward pass.
Here's the thing with Philadelphia. Once you sleep on them, that's when you get into trouble.
Their offense is just that bad. Their offense is that
Their
bad.
defense is good enough to keep them in it.
Historically bad. No, but not no. You need to be able to score points to beat the Niners.
Take the Niners.
The Niners have only been pushed. The Niners have only been pushed in shootouts. When Chicago did it, when Seattle did it, they've only been pushed when their offense is going, and that means another offense is going. So, I know what you're saying, but I'm
How
San
does
Francisco.
Nick Sirianni still have a job?
He won a Super Bowl last year
I feel
and went
like
to a Super Bowl
everybody
3
in
years
Fucking
ago.
Super
I
Bowl.
feel like everybody
Been to
hates
2
him.
Super Bowls in the last 3 years.
I know, but I'm just saying.
And
Everybody,
one they had
everybody
robbed
hates
from
him.
him.
8 p.m. Is there a doubleheader on Monday? Oh no. What does that say? Green Bay at Seattle? No. 8 p.m. Sunday night, the Sunday night game. Michigan grad Jim Harbaugh heads to Foxborough to take on Ohio State grad Mike Vrabel. I'll go off the rip. Oh, by the way, the Patriots are favored at home by 3.5. I don't know why people are low on the Patriots. I don't understand it. I think this one is simple, and this might be my lock. The Patriots might actually be my lock. This is going to come back and bite me. I just don't see it with the They had one good game, but I don't see it with the Chargers with Alt and Slater out. You need your offensive lineman to come back and win this one.
At this
The
time of
Patriots-
year, yeah, you need.
The Patriots have had some slip-ups, but they have all
Will
the
Campbell's
makings.
back.
These teams are pretty evenly matched. It's we want to run the ball effectively. We have a quarterback that can make some plays. We have playmaking receivers, and we got good defenses. With Will Campbell back, I think that just more than tips the scale in favor of the Patriots. I'm taking the Patriots to win and the Patriots to cover.
I'm going to take the Patriots too in this game. I think they're the healthier team, and I just think that they got just enough to get them over the top. I do.
Bruce?
I think we're all gonna agree, but there's one person that's gonna disagree.
Who? Well,
Sam.
I don't know. He might take the Patriots
I don't
over
know,
the Chargers.
dude. No, he hates the Patriots.
I don't know why
He
he
hates the
He,
Patriots.
he would gum every Patriot there was. So I don't know about that.
The last one, we've already talked about it, Monday night in Pittsburgh. The Texans, the Houston Texans. This is the first time they've ever played on Wild Card Weekend, and they haven't played all 8 times they've made the playoffs in franchise history. They've been Saturday at 4 o'clock at home. So Monday Night Football, the Texans are favored by 3 points against the Steelers. A lot of storylines. Could be Tomlin's last game. Could be Aaron Rodgers' last game. I think Aaron Rodgers comes back now ultimately after this season he's had, though. Over-under is a whopping 39.5.
Tomlin doesn't get fired.
No, I think he'll be back no matter what because they need a quarterback next year. So if they draft one, right, if they draft a quarterback, what better than to sit under Aaron Rodgers for a year to learn?
They get T.J. Watt back in this game.
I believe he is back, yeah.
Yes.
Let me look. He was back last week, wasn't he?
Was he? I don't even know he played.
Listen, Rodgers keeps going. He won't be back in Pittsburgh. Okay. He's going to go back to Green Bay. They're going to get rid of Love. He's going
What?
to retire in Green Bay. He's going to play one more season. He said he wants to retire in Green Bay.
No. This is his last stop.
I don't know.
Yeah, this is it.
This is his last stop. This is his
I'm
last
ta- I'm
ride.
ta- you know
He
what?
said
I'm
multiple
taking
times.
Pittsburgh to win this game by a field goal.
I'm Houston by multiple
I'm
field
taking
goals.
Pittsburgh, by a missed field goal from Houston.
Bruce,
You know what?
tiebreaker.
I'm gonna take the Steelers.
I think
All right.
the Steelers-
I'm gonna take the Steelers. Malibu Breeze.
Under that scenario, I think we were majority. You guys in Pittsburgh, so it'd be Pittsburgh going to. Do we have any other low seeds winning there in the AFC?
No. I don't think so.
It'd be Pittsburgh going to Denver in that scenario. And then
Denver's got the bye, right?
Yep, and then the Patriots would host the
Dogs.
Jags. The Patriots would host the Jags under. We were primarily
Yeah.
Patriots, right?
Yeah,
And then we were primarily Jacksonville.
yeah.
That'd actually be fun. Trevor Lawrence versus Drake May. That'd be a lot of fun. It's tough to take a cold weather team or a
Be a good
warm weather
game.
team to a cold weather city, but that has potential there. Two good defenses. And then the counter, did you pick San Francisco?
I did.
The counter, I think it was, so we have all the low seeds winning except for the Packers. So it would
Who
be
gets the Seahawks?
the Bears hosting. The Seahawks would get the Rams, right? Or did the Niners? Hold on, who's the lower seed?
The
yeah.
Rams are the lower seed.
No, the Rams are the 5, the Niners are the 6. So
Oh, I thought-
so the Rams would go to Chicago, and then
Okay.
the Seahawks would host the Niners again. That would be intriguing, but I'm still taking Seattle there, and then I think the Rams. And I think all roads, no matter what happens in the AFC, all roads lead to Rams Seahawks in the NFC for me. I think that's the collision course of the century, and I think we're gonna get a good game. Anything to add, guys?
Sayonara, Pete Carroll. You asshole.
Sayonara, Pete Carroll. We're gonna get one more head coaching opening because not all of these lower seed coaches are gonna win this weekend between Tomlin and McDermott and who's the last one that we were talking about earlier? Tomlin, McDermott, and damn, am I losing my mind right now?
The kid from the
Oh, LaFleur.
Hey,
LaFleur. Tomlin, McDermott, LaFleur. One of those guys, if not all three, could be toast. So something to keep an eye on. So we're not done with coach talk.
I think they get fired if it turns bad. Like if you, let's say McDermott and they get embarrassed by Jacksonville, I think he's gone. I
don't know. I think this was their year, and they choked the division away, and then they would go into
Yeah.
the year without Lamar, without Burrow, and without Mahomes.
Right.
I think this would be
Who would have
very
thought
bad.
that?
Very, very bad. Oh, one last opening. Is Andy Reid coming back next year?
I don't know.
I think he's back. I think
He
Andy,
comes back?
Why not?
you'd know. He wouldn't put them in a position.
You know,
to-
Patty Mahomes is going to miss at least the first 6 weeks. At least.
might be
Maybe
half the
longer.
season.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you for listening. We appreciate it. You can tune in. Bruce eventually uploads these to Spotify and Apple Music, right?
Yep.
We're still on YouTube. Go ahead and ring the bell. But we have all of our primary interactions on TikTok. Come to TikTok. Look at our videos. Comment on our posts. We will banter with you. We'd love to hear from you. We want to hear about your teams, like I said. We will be back next week with a recap of Wild Card Weekend, and we will talk about Divisional Weekend. How's that sound, guys? Everyone have a good week. God bless.